Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about King Khama III. Took that trip out there to London and was like, yo, I can't let y'all run up on us like that. Do us like y'all was out here doing all them other people. What can we do? What can we work out to make it not happen? That's what the joint is, man. April is here now. We here. Wild joints going on lately. And I've been kind of offbeat on some stuff. But here's the thing. What we about to talk about is, for the most part, a lot of, I'm not going to say pop culture. But, yeah, you know what I mean? What do we start off with first? Jay-Z. This is one that keeps popping up on my thing. More so with the hip-hop heads and the pro-black brothers and all this and that and the third. Jay-Z did an interview with GQ magazine, talked about the culture, talked about this, that, and the third. And the real discussion on the back end of all of that is his homie, his little man's, Memphis Bleek, has a podcast. He's had the podcast for about a year. And people are saying, why not go to Memphis Bleek joint and put him up on a good position? You know what I'm saying? Bring all the eyes that you can, being who you are, to his podcast. Two things are happening with this. People are so caught up in the thought that Jay-Z ain't looking out for his mans that they're missing the bigger picture. GQ does interviews with multiple people. This time it was Jay-Z. Jay-Z's a hip-hop dude. Jay-Z's a black, popular person. He's known within the community. He's known within the culture. So we ultimately, without hesitation, went, oh snap, Jay-Z's on that joint. Let's check out what Jay-Z talking about. You can't ask one person who's out here huffing and puffing about this, who was GQ's last interview before Jay-Z. Who did they interview before that one? Who is GQ going to interview after Jay-Z? Jay-Z just happened to be the next name, and that was our people, and we ran with it, right? It is what it is. The other side of it is why he ain't get down with Bleek and had the world focused on Bleek's joint. Here's the thing about that. Bleek has had his joint for about a year. Can anybody tell me who he interviewed for real? Can anybody say, yo, and then that was that one episode where it was cracking? Nah, right? Not at all. I'm trying to be nice as I say this. Club Shay Shay has been out since 2020. 2024, by way of Cat Williams, is when we all took notice that this dude had a podcast. You see what I'm saying? And by the luck of the draw and everything, Cat Williams was up. I think the next person was up. The next one after that wasn't. But then all of a sudden it bounced back up. He was able to be somewhat consistent to the point that you started paying attention. And if you go back and you look at his old joint, it's not like he didn't have people. You weren't checking. For one of the main reasons was Cat Williams just was out here wailing on them joints, being truthful, his truth, exposing what he knew, and you know what I'm saying, talking his talk, and all eyes ran to it. You know what I'm saying? Memphis Bleek goes out here and gets Jay-Z for about, what is it now? April, so that's March, sometime in March. You can't slack up until September. You get Jay-Z, it has to be up from that point on. It has to be. It can't be old boy from Brooklyn no more. It can't be so-and-so from a small television show anymore. It can't be the engineer at one of the you know what I'm saying, at the Beanie Siegel album sessions. It can't be. I'm not saying I don't know who. I don't watch Memphis Bleek joints. I don't listen to Memphis Bleek joint. I didn't even know he had one until I saw, I think it was him and somebody, and he was talking about incident and how something jumped off. But yeah, think about that. You get Jay-Z, all eyes are on your podcast now. And the next week it's a rando by all accounts. You know what I'm saying? You have to have it up. And at the end of the day, I don't think he has enough pull to grab a lot of up people. When I say up, I mean up. Jay-Z status. That means now you got to talk to Kelly Rowland. You're not going to get Beyonce. You got to talk to Rihanna if you can get with Rihanna. You got to talk to A$AP Rocky. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out a way to get up with J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You got to be up. You know what I mean? It can't be a regular dude. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't go, hey, I'm talking to Jay-Z. Next joint, you talking to Ninth Wonder. And that's no disrespect. That's just a decline. You go Jay-Z, and then next time I talk to anybody, it's going to be Nas. Hey, by the way, I got Eminem coming through. What? Oh, snap, I got my half Snoop. You see what I'm saying? You got to have it in that lane. Oh, T.I. going to come through. Boom. You got to have it in that lane. Special guest joint. We're going to have a semi-outcast reunion. We're going to have Big Boy and we're going to have Dre. They're going to be talking about joints that they got. You got to be up. If you can't be up, you going to get these people and then they're going to just start hating. Dog. I can't believe he wasted Jay-Z time. His podcast is trash. Jay-Z was the best thing that happened and he couldn't follow up. Because that's exactly how y'all going to act. He comes in with the next joint. It might be some Miss Jones. Again, no disrespect. But she's not up. Oh, man. Shoot, he wasted Jay-Z time. He ain't had nothing for the follow-up. This is what we doing, son? That's what's going to happen. To have guests, and when you go out here and get a major figure, you have to stay up for a minute, a good couple of months. You know what I'm saying? He has to be ready now for spring and summer. He can't fall off until September when school comes around and people are more, you know what I'm saying? The back end of August and September when people are more like, oh my God, school. Got to get these kid clothes. I got to do this and that. I got to get everything ready. I got to be prepared for whatever's going to jump off. You can't go Jay-Z and the dude at my favorite bodega. That ain't going to, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I just find it funny that we get so caught up in trying to say that people don't look out for people that we don't think about the common sense. Because we'll be the first ones hating on Memphis Bleek after Jay-Z. Go there. Like Jay-Z goes there, and then the next week it's just some rando, and we're like, dog. And then we go, well, I'm going to give it another shot. And now that number that was way up, the drop is so crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, woo. Hello now, there. We did that. Jay-Z smart enough to know he ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? He ain't ready. Memphis Bleek is probably smart enough to go, I ain't ready. And don't get it twisted. Jay-Z connected with a Memphis Bleek, it'll probably be the most, you know what I'm saying, craziest, realest / Jay-Z still going to try to stay professional as you can get. They're going to talk that talk, and then he's going to try to get professional. You know what I'm saying? That might be the most that you'll get 90s, early 2000s Jay-Z. When he's amongst somebody who he knows, and now they're just shooting it. You know what I'm saying? They just kicking it. It's kind of like Jerry Seinfeld had the joint where it was coffee and cars, right? He do the joint where, you talk to the dudes, you drink the coffee, you're driving in the car. He had the big one, right? He had the dope, crazy interview with Eddie Murphy. For the first 20 or 30 minutes of that interview, Eddie Murphy is very guarded. You know what I'm saying? It's very like, yo, this is corny. But it was dope that they kept all that, right? And at some point, I don't know when it happens, they just start being themselves. Because they know each other. So they're now just, dude, let's just, like the camera's not there and we're just chopping it up. And it's more candid. It's more free spirit. The interview feels better. You can tell these dudes, because these dudes were around each other during the stand-up days. So they know each other. And it's like, okay, boom. Now that interview becomes a great interview. Still, Eddie Murphy got the wall up. And Seinfeld understands that. That's what you're gonna get with Jay-Z and Bleek. That camaraderie, because that's that brotherhood, that's that love, that's that family. But that wall gonna still be up when it comes to certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be something everybody's gonna watch. Everybody's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Inside, those who know about the Rockefeller life and their camaraderie and their get down, gonna be like, yeah, son, it's just like that felt like old days, man. I remember some of that. And for others, it's like it's a view inside of a world that we could only, you know what I'm saying, imagine. You know what I mean? But yeah, don't set that man up for failure. Come on, man. I see what people are saying, but y'all gonna set that man up for failure. Don't do that. Don't do that. Last night, today's Friday. Last night, we saw The Drama with Zendaya. First of all, I did not know that she was just running around here with the one name. I did not know that. But I just figured, that's what we do. We call people, you know what I mean, right away. We just call you the one joint, Denzel. Ain't nobody out here going, Denzel Washington. Let's go Denzel right there. You know what I mean? So I did not know that she was running around here with the singular, like she shared Madonna, Prince, Bono. You know what I mean? I ain't know she was out here doing it like that. Her and New Batman. New Batman, he went from being a Batman to a vampire. He was Batman, then he was a vampire. In the darkness. Robert Pattinson. The movie is called The Drama. And here's the thing. You can talk about this movie without really spoiling what the problem is. So, the whole movie takes place in about, I'm gonna say a month. It starts off where the guy is with his best friend and he's like, yeah, man, I got this whole speech ready for you know what I mean, when we get down to the wedding, and boom, boom, boom. At some point, they're at a restaurant doing wine testing, and the people are like, yo, you got to figure out which one y'all want, son. So it's Patterson, Zendaya, his homie, and his homie's wife. And somehow it gets down to tell the most messed up thing you've ever done in your life. The black guy sets it off. His wife says her piece. Robert Pattinson, he says his piece. Zendaya says her piece. That's where now we're in the heart of the movie. Because the point is, as a lot of these, because I watched like 4 or 5 reviewers say it, and I get what they're saying, but I'm gonna give you my perspective after. So what they're saying is, and I get it, and I'm saying it this way. What I'm hearing from people is, it's about saying, hey, I don't really know this person that I'm with. Who knew? You know what I'm saying? And do you look at them differently after that? Do you really know somebody? You know what I'm saying? And if they tell you something like crazy, how do you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Would you look at them differently? That's the way everybody was painting it, right? Again, not even telling you what happens. I will tell you this much. It didn't happen. That's the part that irks me personally, right? Zendaya goes, yo, I was going to, you know what I'm saying? I was going to whoop whoopity whoop. And then they're flipping out and looking at her differently and judging her as a 30-year-old who did this at 15. Completely like, yo, scum of the earth, you. How dare you? And you're like, yo, wow. Now, with that being said, Robert Pattinson's friend's wife tells her story. Actually did it. And, it's like, wow, that's crazy, yo. Nobody looks at that differently. You know what I'm saying? Nobody looked at that differently. My thing is, and again, this is the weirdness of me. There is a point where people just were looking for something. There's something. In my mind, I felt like there was that thing. Like, I don't know, son. I mean, Then she says what she says, and they go, bingo. See? Told you. That was their told you moment. That was their gotcha moment. And it's like, nah. How are we judging somebody off of what they didn't do? You see what I'm saying? That is the crazy part. I go, yo, son, I was about to go steal so-and-so's car, but I didn't. Are you really judging me because the thought popped in my mind? You know how, I think Robert Pattinson even says that in somewhere in the movie. Like, you know how many times things pop in people's minds? Are we really judging someone off of what popped in their mind? Off of the thought of doing something, but not going through with it? We're mad because they didn't. Are we even mad because they didn't execute it? Or we're just mad because they went through the process of getting ready to do it and then didn't do it? Which by all means, as I also say, not spoiling, technically becomes a better person, Zendaya. The movie is weird, son. The movie is, first of all, beautifully shot. The pace is crazy. The flashback moments is dope. The little artsy metaphors is crazy. It's dope. It's a great movie. My issue is that issue. And people are like, yeah, a lot of couples. No. They're not. They're not going to. If the average person, if you move like I move, you're going to be like, huh, I see who the problem is. And we going, you know what I mean? And I'm waiting for that. Especially because I remember watching Sinners and I remember seeing it go viral where we were blaming the Asian woman for the whole thing. A mother. We were blaming a mother who was just told by the vampire, well, you know, if you don't let us in, it's all good. I'll go to town. You forget, I got all your husband memories. I know where you live. I'll catch up with your daughter. And she was like, nah, we got to end this right now. I will not let nothing happen to my daughter. We were out here as a people making it viral that the Asian woman was the problem. Remember that? We did that. We were out here wilding. And that's my thing about this. I'm like, the way this movie flipped and turned on this chick, Zendaya, I don't know, I can't remember the characters' names, and I'm not opening up my phone or anything to go, and she played, nah, I don't give a, whatever. Crazy. It was crazy. And it's like, a piece of it makes me feel like there was that thing, you know how like we all do it. We got that thing about somebody, we just don't know what it is. Then when they do something, you're like, yeah, son, that's what I'm talking about. I knew something was up with them. That's how I feel this went down. It was like, yo, she said it, and you're like, huh, I knew. Now, again, don't wait. I mean, you can wait for it to come on streaming, but this was a great movie. Great movie. You know what I mean? What else would been going on? We've been catching up with Paradise. Remember the joint with Paradise, Sterling Brown? They live in the bunker joint, and he was like, yo, I heard the message from my wife. I'm gonna go out here and try to get my wife. Man, I don't know what episode we're on. I don't know the number. We're on the episode Mailman. Mailman was the last episode we saw. 3 things I want to say about Paradise that I like. One is, it isn't like a lot of apocalyptic end of days thing. These people are striving to rebuild the world, and they're trying to head to Colorado and go, yo, what's going on? There's trading spots, swap meets. People are connecting with people. Yes, there's a couple of evil people here and there, but not a lot. You know what I'm saying? What I love is, first of all, the one chick who's on the joint, that's the chick from Insurgent or something. I thought she was going to have a bigger role. You know what I'm saying? Spoilers if you didn't know. Anyway, so there's a point where she's having a baby, and Sterling Brown goes, yo, we saw them people going to their house. Let me go get them, because we're going to need stuff for this. And she's like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't bring nobody. He goes to the house. Nobody seems to be home. So he's like, yo, I need this. I'm gonna need this. And they like, yo, son, what you doing? He like, yo, the chick is about to have a baby, man. I need stuff. Fast forward. Dude busts up in the joint, up in the spot with the gun drawn, and she's like, yo, oh my God, I don't have anything. Please don't. And he stops, he puts down the gun, he gives the head nod, and they come in and they help this woman deliver her baby. This is such a humane way to look at the world. It's over. Money don't matter. The food is the only thing that matters. Health is the only thing that matters. And if you can trade. If you can build. If you can do this, do that. You know what I mean? Like, that was dope. It's not like Walking Dead, and it's not like, you know what I'm saying, whatever else is out there where times is crazy and everybody's, you know what I mean, wailing out and trying to plunder. Nah, trying to get the world back right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's on edge like, yo, I don't know if I can trust them. Then you realize everybody's out here trying to do the same thing. Live. And try to figure out, what do we do next? You don't get that a lot, man. We don't get that a lot. So salute the people of Paradise. Like I said, I'm on the Mailman episode, and I'm mad about that episode. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm a little heated about that episode. I'm heated, son. But yeah, man, crazy. Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow and all of his blackerness dropped a album, Monica. I can tell y'all right now. This ain't John B. Jack Harlow ain't John B. I wasn't expecting him to hold no notes like a John B. You know what I'm saying? Jack Harlow isn't Justin Bieber or Timberlake. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Jack Harlow isn't Mac Miller. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I don't know what was going on with this album. To me, I feel like there's a better album out there. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at, he has Robert Glasper on this joint. You know what I'm saying? He has some bangers people on here. He has some people who bring that heat. And it's like, yo, bro, this is what you came away with? This sounds like coffee shop music. And again, he's with people who bring that heat. And this is what it sounds like. Like, in my mind, I'm pretty sure there's some test versions of, and then we're gonna do this. Nah, son, that's a little too for me. First of all, and here's something else while I'm talking about Jack Harlow, because I got to say this. I don't know who he was with. He was with Cypher Sounds or somebody. Who was he with? He was with somebody, Ebro and them. And they were playing a bunch of black joints. These are the joints at the Cookout, son. These to get down. These are necessities to know. And he knew none of them. None of them. The problem that we seem to have as black people, not even as the hip-hop culture, because the hip-hop culture is a totally different thing than black people. We need to stop inviting everybody to the cookout. Everybody can't come to the cookout. Matter of fact, not just white people, black people. We need to stop inviting everybody to the cookout, because we never really did that in real life, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This whole, oh man, they invited to the, no, son. No. Everybody ain't invited. Everybody can't come to the cookout. I know this. You know this. You know what I'm saying? Look, my aunt used to put the get down at her mama's house. Right? Stewart Gardens. Everybody, they plan it. My mama would plan it. She'd plan it. Everybody would plan it out. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to be on this Saturday. Boom. That Saturday come through. Everybody got their joints. Everybody bringing something. And you set up. Somebody up the block, you smell the food, they come boo. You know how it goes. I get the lingering smells, get the popping, people come boo, looking around. Ooh, hey y'all, hey, what y'all got going on? Nah, son, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing, bro. Unless somebody made that phone call or brought you, or was like, yo, I'm gonna bring so and so. All right, cool. Yeah. Randos are not just jumping off. Ain't no, oh, that's the homie. Here you go. Nah, son, nah. Everybody ain't invited to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? My other aunt will have a get down at her spot. Everybody won't invite us to the cookout. Would tell people too, hey, we ain't invite you. Who invited you? I came through with so and so. I tell you what, he gonna bring you something, but you ain't staying. Go on back where you was at. Boom, that's the get down. My dad's peoples will have a cookout. And I can tell you now, honestly, my mama won't invite it. You know what I'm saying? She won't even, and would still come. Not because she was arrogant and ignorant like that. Nah, because my dad was like, come on, yo. And my mom knew. They don't want me there. I want you there. So now she just there, uninvited. And that's the vibe that they giving her. We kids, little kids, we don't really know. You don't pick up on that stuff until you get older. You know what I mean? We need to stop inviting people to the cookout. Because you can rap a little bit. You can dance a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You up here with a Black Lives Matter shirt. We can't, nah, son. My man didn't know Frankie Beverly and Maze. He ain't know the joint, son. He ain't know. They just grooving. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. He just sitting there, he halfway bobbing. You could tell, you could just look at the way, like, it's a video out there. Look at him, the look on his face is, I ain't even feeling this. What is this? I don't know what this is, because he ain't know. He not part of the culture. He ain't one of us. And again, that ain't got nothing to do with white or black. You know what I'm saying? There are white people that when that joint jump on, even if they can't dance a lick, boy, they know that song. You man and I like that. I like that. It's a feel good song. I like that. Ain't got no black boyfriends. Ain't got no mixturins. You know what I'm saying? They ain't out here putting barbecue sauce on stuff all over the place. They ain't trying to be black. They ain't, you know what I mean? They ain't got no fake dashikis on. Just regular old, you know what I mean? Just regular white Nancy. Nancy, just white. White Nancy Wilcox. That's it. You know what I'm saying? No booty, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just there. But when that song come on, she love that song. You know what I'm saying? She's off by a second or so. You hear the snare? Her snap come in. She do a double snap. I'm gonna catch it one way. Nah. You know what I'm saying? She ain't invited to the cookout, but at least she knows. Hey, I could come through. Maybe. I drop somebody off and just, hey, play my song. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Going by the business. Hey, we can't invite everybody to the cookout. This man was invited to the cookout multiple times and still don't know nothing. And that's the other thing I don't understand too. How are these white rappers, white singers of R&B music, jazz music, and they don't know the culture? They don't know the culture. You out here making hip-hop records, but you don't know the culture. Bro, no. That alone made me not even want to check for your man. And then I went on and checked for the album, and I checked the album out. I'm like, this is hot garbage. There has to be a better version of this album somewhere. This is the stuff that he probably went back with some of his friends and was like, and then we're gonna do this. Hey, take that out of it, and that's a little too rhythmic. No, slow it down a little bit. Nah, son. We need to stop just being cool with everybody. That's all I'm saying. We need to stop that, man. A lot of white artists, dudes who were rapping, then they go the opposite way. Or they stay the same. Paul Wall still Paul Wall. Paul Wall still Paul Wall, looking like Paul Wall. Remember when y'all saw Paul Wall a few years ago? Like, hold on, was that Paul Wall? Ooh, Paul Wall out here looking like he got 2 houses. Like Paul Wall looked like he got a good old accountant somewhere. Paul Wall looked like he will not let you bet not park in front of his house. Paul Wall looked wild, son. Paul and was still rhyming and being Paul Wall. You know what I'm saying? Still, as soon as he started talking, you don't even realize that this man got his hair slicked back. You know what I mean? You're like, yo, this is wild, son. Who is this? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My man, Jack Harlow, done went out here and put the turtlenecks on. You know what I mean? He out here dressing like he a band member for D'Angelo. He part of the Soulquarians. What is it? Soulquarians. The Soulquarians. I don't know why I said Quemini. He act like he a member of the Soulquarians. Him and Black Thought sharing the same hat in the early 2000s. This dude is, I'm like, yo, son, dressing like Music Soul Child don't make you blacker. What is we doing, bro? Like, what is we doing? That don't make you blacker. You know what I'm saying? That don't, you know what I mean? Again, you see John B just be regular. Just regular. Regular dude. Just regular, random, just, you know what I mean? Salute to the Moonchild. Moonchild makes great R&B type music. And I'm wrong for saying type. R&B music. They're not dressed like they want to be black. They look like the type of people. Like, it's weird because when you see Moonchild, you just automatically go, they make music. I wonder what kind of music they make. And then as soon as somebody sits down, as soon as my man sits at the keys, you're like, I know what kind of music they make. And it fits. It fits. This dude is going out of his way to dress like what he think black people dress like, which, by the way, is insulting. That's insulting too. But yeah, man, we gotta stop inviting people to the cookout. I can't just keep going. He invited us to the cookout. No, you're not. Stay home, bro. Don't come over here. Don't come up in here with that BS. We don't need that. Not today. Go do that over there, but don't come up in here with that today. Nah. What else we got going on? As y'all can see, I'm out cause Easter is Sunday. You know what I mean? And I don't know what we're gonna do. Sunday we might actually post this, cause we've been posting stuff like on Sundays, borderline almost Mondays. So happy Easter to everybody whenever you get this. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully your Easter's good. I don't know, are we still doing Easter traditions? Like, what does Easter do anymore? I mean, 10 Commandments is what I grew up off of. A good Easter dinner, you go to church, put your good clothes on, you know what I mean? 10 Commandments, the good food, and, you know, life goes on. I don't know what we do for Easter anymore. You know, if basketball's on, you watch a basketball game. You know, baseball on, you watch a baseball game. What do we do now on Easter? How does Easter run? What's the get down for Easter? Anybody? I don't know. You know, I know they're selling toys. Who thought of the thought that, hey, there's Jesus' birth and then there's Jesus' death. Why don't we treat them both like Christmas? Like, when did the bunny not be enough? Easter's wild, son. It's crazy. I guess this will be short. This is cool. I'm cool with a short joint, by the way. It's a lot going on, and I really don't want to, you know. But yeah, man, it's crazy out here in these streets. Especially when you're black writing about now, because, you know, Brandy, that's another thing. So Brandy has a memoir. She says Wanya of Boys to Men brainwashed her, took advantage of her. And everybody's like, I can't believe he had a choice, son. He did have a choice. He did have a choice. He could have chose to go, nah, son, I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you, girl. I can't get down with you like that. That's nasty. He had the choice. Now, here's the thing. Maybe in the memoir, Brandy blames her parents. But the passage we keep seeing, she puts it all on him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm old enough to remember Boys to Men. I'm old enough to remember Wanya and Brandy. Out and about. Here's the crazy part again about what was going on. We were kind of side-eyeing R. Kelly. Like, we couldn't figure out what we didn't like about what was going on with R. Kelly and Aaliyah. We applauded Wanya and Brandy. You hear what I'm saying? We applauded Wanya and Brandy. They did the song together. They were always together smiling. It was, you know what I mean? We knew something was up. They knew we knew something was up. It was what it was. And at the end of the day, the same way we, as people not in the circle of either one of those people, just listeners of the music, viewers of the videos, readers of the interviews, we knew they were together. How did her parents not know? Or were her parents okay with it? And again, not taking nothing from Wanya, because again, you could say, but he still chose to. Yeah, he still chose to, but he was also allowed to. You see what I'm saying? He was allowed to. You know what I'm saying? Brandy's not a one-off. It happens a lot. It happened a lot. Especially in the 90s, for whatever reason. When it came, the 90s and early 2000s. It happened a lot. You know what I'm saying? The industry was, you know, and looking at it from an outsider's point of view, I can see that. Boys to Men was the hottest thing going. Nobody was hotter than Boys to Men. And I say that respectfully, because I know somebody gonna go, nah, Jodeci was crack. No. We're talking mainstream pop culture. We're not talking about us. Yeah, Boys to Men and Jodeci, they were two sides of the same coin for us. You know what I'm saying? Jodeci wasn't on MTV all the time. Jodeci didn't get the pleasure, the privilege to do a song with Mariah Carey. Because that's when, back in the day, that's when you knew you was hot. You knew you was really on top of the game when Mariah Carey wanted to do a song with you. Luther, what was it, Backstreet Boys or somebody like that. It was one of them, Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, one of them, I think Backstreet Boys. You know what I'm saying? Diddy, some member of the Wu-Tang Clan, a member of the Wu-Tang Clan being ODB. You know what I'm saying? And Boys to Men. They had a joint together. They had a get down together. They had a song. It was all over MTV. That's what they did. Brandy was becoming that thing. Brandy, and again, this is me telling it the way I saw it. Brandy was actually more mainstream than Aaliyah or Monica. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that was, she was the cute chick. She also did the thing with the prom with Kobe Bryant. She did a lot of stuff that made pop culture. You know what I'm saying? Brandy was there. Brandy's there. Wanya's here. Boom, boom, boom. They all grow together. Girl, we put you in a position where you with somebody who's up. So you gonna stay up. Then you did the Cinderella joint. Whitney embraces you like a little sister. You up. You up. You know what I'm saying? Brandy had the world in the palm of her hands at that time. You know what I'm saying? And again, you stop and go, what was her parents doing while your man was sliding through? He up. We up. It is what it is. Nobody cared. They didn't care. We didn't care back in the day. Nobody, again, the way we looked at R. Kelly and Aaliyah is not the same way we view Wanya and Brandy. Can't tell you why. I wish I could. I don't know why we didn't. Because the way we're going at him now, there was no signs of that back in the day. And that's one of the things that's messing me up, because everybody's out here going at this man. It's like, but he was doing that 30 years ago. Like, where was y'all at then? What are we talking about? And everybody then they get quiet. Well, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It was wrong then too. We didn't say it that way back then. That's my point. Nobody was saying it like that back then. I just wanted to put it out there like that. And now I'm going to leave. Now I'm going to gracefully bow out. Moonwalk away. Michael Jackson movie coming soon. Ooh. Look, boy. Everybody, look. Michael Jackson movie drop. Everybody going to be out here moonwalking for the next 3 weeks after that. For the next month, Michael Jackson, when that Michael Jackson movie drop, everybody going to be out here moonwalking. The Michael Jackson retro beaded jackets gonna come back in style. A Thriller jacket's gonna come back in style. It's gonna be it's gonna be crazy, son. Jerry curls might come back in style. All of a sudden, everybody got their drip, and they activated, and they gonna be moving around, moving their head all crazy with the drip, knocking people in their face. Hey, dog, you trying to put my eye out with your Jerry curl juice? Hey, man, you don't, nah, son, nah, Nope, high water pants. Dudes is gonna be wearing high water pants with glittery socks. You gonna have to hear everybody say "Shamount" all of a sudden, just out the blue. Shamount. And now that I'm saying that, I'm now making myself depressed that this is about to happen. I'm gonna see that joint in the theaters too. It ain't gonna be none of that. Wait for it to stream. Nah, son. Live and direct up in the theaters. This movie, this summer is so nostalgic. Michael Jackson, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, the Mario Brothers, the Odyssey. That was a book you had to read back in the day in school. Scary Movies is coming. So yeah, the Scary Movie joint, right? Yeah, Scary Movies. That's coming. A couple of other joints from back in the He-Man is coming through. So, yeah, this is going to be a very nostalgic summer. A lot of nostalgia is going to be popping off. And that's just crazy. And like I said, I'm definitely going to be here for a lot of it. And Michael Jackson is going to be one of them lots of it. Because, yo, son, we all grew up on Michael Jackson. Most of y'all listening, I see my thingamajig and it tells me the age frame. You know what I'm saying? I got people from their 30s to it's what it say, like 40 something to 59, and then it's 60 up. Yeah. The 60 up, the something to 40, 59, and the something to 40 whatever. Yeah, that 30 something to them 60 plus people. Y'all keep my joints up. Y'all keep my joint up. So we all know Mike. We all know some Michael Jackson. I had a homegirl. She said she don't listen to Michael Jackson. And we was lost. Like, hold on. You don't listen to Michael Jackson? I just love Prince, though. She was about that Prince. You don't listen to Michael Jackson? Nah. I don't know. He just sound like a girl to me. And I couldn't even argue with it. I was mad, but I couldn't argue with that. Like, You're right. You're kind of right. But her loss. Michael Jackson was that dude. We all was rocking with Mike. Mike was our thing. Mike. And it was just dope, man. Michael Jackson was just that dude. And to see that they'll make a movie, and I think it's going to be a two-part. I think this is the joint where, up to Thriller, right? I think this is up to the Thriller and the tour that he didn't want to be on, and Joe Jackson put all them dudes in y'all going on tour. I feel bad for Jermaine. Because if you don't know, the story was when they did go, yeah, we're going to do this, Jermaine, Daddy was like, yo, Jermaine is that dude. And Barry Gordy was like, no, he's not. I like your little man's right here. Look, what's your name, little dude? Michael. Yeah, I like my man right here. Look, do the spin like you James Brown. Yeah, see, this right here, this is going to make money. I like you, bro. You the lead singer now. Jermaine's my lead singer. Jermaine's your lead singer. When you get your own label, then you make him your lead singer. This is Motown. Motown say, Mike. You like that Mike? You gonna be the lead singer. Okay. And then that's what you get. And it was always just like, yo, you know what I mean? And I feel bad for Jermaine. Like, could you imagine that? You try to, you know what I mean? You go out here and you do good. You have decent material, but it's still not Michael material. You know what I mean? Like, there ain't nothing in Jermaine Jackson's catalog that's keeping up with the Thriller, the Bad, Off the Wall. You know what I'm saying? He might have a song here and there that's dope, but it's not keeping up. You know what I mean? Could you imagine that? You're second fiddle to your little brother, and he loves you, you love him, but the industry is like, yo, son, you better than him. I know I'm better than him. I'm about to show yo. And every chance you think you got to show out, you gonna show out. We don't need him. We the Jacksons, but you do. You do. This thing crumbles without him. No, son, this ain't New Edition where you can just Bobby left and you just bring in Johnny and be alright. Nah, son, no. This ain't that. This ain't like En Vogue. And remember they had two En Vogue? There were just two En Vogue running around. This ain't the Temptations where you lose David Ruffin and then you just go out here and you get Dennis Edwards and be like, yo, we still straight, son. Nah, B, nah. What are you talking about? Without Mike, it ain't nothing else jumping, son. Mike is bigger than everything. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready to go. King Khama III. Let's get into what we do. Thank y'all for rocking, man. Thank y'all for rocking all over the world. All over the world. Let's get into what we get into, and happy Easter. Peace. Not peace, because it's not over. But, you know, holler at y'all at another time. Yeah. Yes. Look, I don't know what happened. Once a month, this is what we do. You gotta go through it. It's like a trial. It's like the menstrual cycle. Happens. I don't like it. I'm pretty sure that's what women say too. I don't like this. Think I like all this down here doing what it's doing? What you gonna do about it? Huh? I wish I could fix this though. Ad sweet. But y'all hear what it is, man. So when we get back into music, we gonna get back into the music. With that being said, first of all, before I even get into the wild stuff, you know me. I got some, you know what I mean? But anyway, what we gotta talk about? Easter, Saturday before Easter. We ain't gonna do the blends. We did that for like 3 years. Nah, we ain't gonna do that. But I will do this much. We gonna do mix. It's first Saturday. I don't know how hip hop we gonna keep it. Might not even keep it all hip hop. We gonna just play around and just vibe out. But I would love to hear from y'all. Like, hit up the messenger, live at the Oasis messenger. I got a number. I figure we'll figure out the joint probably on Saturday. Be like, boom, hit it up. That way I know that y'all, because you know how it is when you get numbers and people just be calling and be spam. So Saturday we'll do the joint and chop it up with y'all, man. Because I know y'all listening. I know I got homies that listen, and I know y'all listening. So I'm just like, yo, boom, you know what I mean? Chop, get it popping, the rock, you know what I mean? So we gonna try to do something like that for the holiday, you know what I mean? For the holiday. Now back to the business. What in the world is your boys? And it's wild, son. Just black celebrities. First of all, vote for whoever you want to vote for. I don't care. That ain't even a thing. I'm saying, understand who you voting for. Like, I got a gang of Republican people, but they're not MAGA people. You see what I'm saying? That MAGA thing is wild. Chili was like, we don't even care that she voted for Trump. The whole thing, we're like, yo, and then you was out here talking that craziness about Michelle. Oof. Oh, she on there looking stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? About to mess these people money up. About to mess they money up. Ain't nothing crazy than a group of women going, I was gonna go to that Info Salt and Pepper TLC show. Well, shoot. TC. TC show. I don't think I'm gonna go now. And money lost. Salt and Pepper looking at her like, yo, what you doing? And Vogue looking at her like, what you doing? Pepper wanted to throw hands. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Then you had your mans is out here. Look, I don't know what's up with your boy. Like, Nick Cannon is all over the place. But then to give the world, him and Amber Rose, first of all, salute the Amber Rose. You know what I'm saying? She is like the only chick who is still relevant of the era where groupies were famous. Remember that? Like, that was that weird space where groupies were famous. She was part of that, and she's still relevant. Here's my thing, off topic. I know, fellas. I'm talking to the fellas. Fellas, you a rapper, you're an actor, you're an athlete. You travel the world. The world. Stop and think about it. Hold on. The world. With a D at the end. You know what I mean? Global. International. And a lot of these dudes be claiming, I'm international, son. But they all was out here in the late 2000s, early 2010s, banging the same 15 to 20 brides. Bring the beat back. How is that possible? How is that possible that there are chicks out here with multiple children by multiple celebrities and athletes? How is that even possible? How is that? You know what I mean? Like, how is it? Dudes travel the world. The world. And that's what you come away with. And then it's not even like, it's not even like we're talking up like stripper coochie. Like, you know what I mean? That's what we, like, bro, athletes, actors, musicians, you know what I'm saying? That's who y'all came away with. The same 15 to 20 brides. Y'all was out here banging the same 15 to 20 brides. Knowing that they community'd up. I'm community'd up. Body just got passports stamped on it. Walls just got tags of different people on it. So-and-so was here. So-and-so was here. Dudes is out here happy, like, oh my God, I can't believe so-and-so got some too. I'm in a good position. Nah, you're just in the same pot. The last 300 dudes was in. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not even saying her. I'm saying all of them. Any Kardashian, pick one. All of them brides. How is that crazy? Like, remember dudes used to even diss each other on records. Cause he was messing with the new, now he the new dude. He the new dude. We was like, we knew these chicks' names. We knew them by name. Like, come on, man. That is wild, son. That is crazy. Crazy. Now, back to Amber Rose. It's like, salute to her for being like the only one that's still relevant. That's not named Kardashian. You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy. My man gave you a half of a history lesson. Like, unless there was a part two, unless he was like, and I'll tell y'all the rest next week. Like, come on, man. You giving us 100-year-old, over 100-year-old piece of history with no real relevancy to it. Ain't go, Trump's a cool dude. People didn't have problems with Trump till he became president. That's where you're wrong. And that's the crazy part. His history was wrong on that. People was taking my man to court in the 70s for the Housing Act. Boom. Boom. You know what I mean? So what are we talking about? Trump, I will tell you this because I've been saying this since day one. Trump racist, but that green that green will take over everything, boy. You throw that money up, we all good. Like, yo, what you gonna do? I'm gonna want them around my place. You know, they came through with a couple of stacks, son. They got a whole like duffel bags of money. Cash. Alright, well, you know, where they wanna be? They wanna be up in the penthouse. Jeffrey up there. I'm saying, son, they got like the whole trunk is duffel bagged up. Tell him give me a couple of hours and come back though. Jeffrey, you coming through, bro? I got him. Got hit the little girls in the background. Yay! Sprinkles! I know you ain't supposed to joke on that, but you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You hear him in the background like, I'm a Toys R Us kid. You know what I mean? And he's just like, you gotta shut it down. Some rappers want to come through, and somebody said they had Mike Tyson with them. Can you introduce me to any of them? Well, there's one guy. Calls himself Sugar Puffs. I don't know. But he seems, you know, he wanted to talk to me on the low. Yeah. He hangs out with this really fat rapper, super black. One of his eyes just looks that way. Huh. I'm sorry. Rest in peace to Big. But I'm pretty sure Diddy was wilding with Big, was around, and he probably even invited Big. Like, hey, you want to come through? Nah, dude. That look wild. That don't even look legal. Oh, snap. Anyway, like, vote for who you want to vote for, man. Do what you want to do. I think they ran up on Wanya, Boys the Men, Trump supporter. What y'all gonna do next? Stop. Look, R. Kelly peeing on girls. We can't listen to R. Kelly. Chili and Wanya got us not listening to Boys the Men and TLC. Mary gonna mess around and do something, and we gonna be lost on Mary. This is crazy, man. The 90s, we gonna have to throw the whole 90s away at some point, man. It's like the lost decade. Ain't nothing gonna be cool for us in the 90s, but rappers that are still living. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. It's just wild. Salute to Jay-Z for the GQ thing. I want to speak on it, but I also want to get back into music, so I'm not going to speak on it like I want to. But we're going to talk about that at some point. Not at some point. But yeah, man. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy. First of the month, and it's April Fools. Yeah. As y'all can hear, we playing a lot of. It's April, so now we playing a lot of, like, Wednesdays will not have any hip hop. It'll be a whole bunch of old school joints. Word, you know how we do. I salute it. I do this in tribute. You know what I mean? But what was I about to say? I don't know what I was about to say. Yeah, man, you know how it is. Wednesdays we reminisce over you, my God. Thinking to the look, that ain't near one of his verses had that. Thinking in the back in the days. Here's something that I was watching. Fu Schnickens last night. I saw some. I don't know what happened. No, what happened was we were watching something, and then I was like, "Nah, you gotta see it." So I got a trailer. Went to YouTube. Then the Fu Schnickens joint, and it was like, "Shmoo, you ain't got nothing to prove." And my girl was like, "What is that? I don't think I remember that." Then when I played it, she was like, yeah, I don't remember that. I'm gonna have to post this because I want y'all to understand me when I tell y'all this. So I watched 3 Fu Schnick videos. Stop the beat for a minute. 3 Fu Schnick videos. Remember the light-skinned dude? First of all, Chip Fu looked like a mad-faced Fife dog, right? The other dude, I forgot his name because all we ever knew was Chip Fu. Chip Fu was the most. But the other dude looked like he could have been Parrish Smith's little brother from EPMD, right? Then there was the light-skinned dude with the curly hair. Why? And I'm saying it, I'm going to say it a third time. Why does that brother look like a light-skinned Aries Spears? Go look at them dudes and then go look up Aries Spears and tell me the light-skinned dude. Yeah, I mean, bring the beat back. That's all I'm saying. Matter of fact, go back and look at them and tell me not Chip Fu, the other dude who ain't the light-skinned dude, don't look like him and Parrish Smith could probably be family. And here's the thing, I was watching, again, 3 of those videos, all the happy joints. Can we rock? What's up, Doc? Can we rock? What's up? All of them. And my man had the most mad face up on it. Like, hold on, son, y'all music is a little too happy for you to be so aggressive looking in these videos, bro. Come on, man. I don't care how gangster you is in the streets. You better smile on these videos. Can we rock? What's up, Doc? Like, you don't take your wannabe Onyx. This ain't an Onyx video, bro. Get up out of here. Matter of fact, hey, ladies, asking y'all, 93, Onyx comes on the scene. No matter how much you thought Fredro Starr and Sticky, especially when Fredro Starr started getting on other shows, like he was doing movies and he was on Brandy. Well, y'all really like, yeah, son, I want me some Fredro Starr. Because that brother looked like he definitely didn't know how to have a good time. Smiling was not part of his, like if he smiled in your presence, we wouldn't see you again. Whatever happened to Deja? You know, she was kicking it with Fredro Starr. I know what I'm saying. Word has it, somebody said a joke and old boy thought it was funny and Deja was like, oh my God, you got a cute smile. We ain't seen her since. Fredro Starr look like he will kill you if you see him smile. Like, Sticky Fingers is a whole nother thing. Like, yeah. Sticky Fingers might not kill you. He just got you chained up in the basement with like 5 other brides. I just said, dang, dog. Why your eye looking over there? That's all it took. You know what I'm saying? What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Don't try to blink or I'ma block you blind. Hey, boy, do y'all know, fellas, did we pay attention? Within a good year, 2 years span, we went from Afros to the bald heads. Shoot, shoot, just like that. Just like that. Dudes was really out here getting real Afros when the Afros had wigs. Them Afro dudes was rocking wigs, and dudes was really out here growing their Afros. Ice Cube dropped the curl and had an Afro. Snoop had an Afro. Eazy-E dropped the curl and had an Afro. Just saying. Onyx blows up. Daddy-O, who had one of the crispest flat tops in the game, bald-headed all of a sudden. Like, all of a sudden, a lot of brothers came out to cut bald-headed. You know, like, some of y'all those heads ain't built for that. Y'all got them Scottie Pippins. Scotty had that, like, Scotty had road tracks in his head. Like, anyway, this ain't what we here to talk about. I'm bugging now. And the beat stopped on time. So we're going to do it like this for all the real peoples in the hood. This moment in Black history. Woo! We're going to talk about King Khama III. This brother in 1895 traveled to England. And he was like, yo, I don't want to be part of none of this invasion, colonization, son. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. We do not want none of that. He successfully pleaded, you know what I'm saying, against the whole Britain plan to come out there and take over their spot. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, I don't want none of y'all. I don't want none of y'all commercial stuff. I don't really want to be bothered with y'all. I really want to protect my area. You know what I'm saying? Botswana should be Botswana. I don't really want to get into, can we stop this? You know what I mean? What do I need to do for y'all to stop this? Can we let this stop? And he was really like, yo, he was on it like that. Salute to that brother. And if you're thinking to yourself, dang, son, that's kind of short. How you hitting up like that? Nah, I'm not done. Khama the Great, he was that. That's what he was known as. My man was like, yo, this is what we do. You know what I'm saying? He was always looking to do for the embetterment of his people. He had converted to Christianity, which I'm assuming that helped him out with his pleas, because he was like to them white people, and hey, come on, man, for the love of white Jesus. No, we ain't got no. That's Ethiopia. Ethiopia got that other Jesus, white Jesus. Look, I'm gonna show you. Look, see, this is the Jesus we pray. Look at the long wavy hair and the blue eyes. Yeah, come on now. Like some of the Africans I know, same. Come on, this is us. Come on, baby. What we gonna do? Well, in the name of white Jesus, you're right. Other countries, we're calling them up. Hey, how you get out of this? I went up there with my white Jesus picture, and I was like, I'm a Christian too. I'm a Christian? I seen your Jesus. He had an afro. They don't want that. They want it to look like white Jesus. There's no white people over here in Africa except for these colonizers. You gotta play the game, bro. You gotta play the game. Or we can just revolt and, start a war. How about that? Dude, I went to London. For real? Yeah, I was in London, B. I had London food. I was around London people. They don't stink like people think they do. They stink out here, though. That's because of the African heat. That London fog masquerades everything. White people are tolerable over here. It was all right. You know what I mean? A picture of white Jesus. And schedule an appointment to talk to them directly. Yeah. They'll give you the runaround, but you gotta catch up with them. But once you do, you know what I'm saying, they'll listen to you. And no weapons. Nah, I ain't had no weapons. At all? Nah. And you gotta at least bring somebody who can translate or speak good English. Yeah, I might just go to war, dog. That's a lot of work. I messed all that history up, by the way. It is what it is. Let's get back into this music. Otis Redding, rest in peace. You know how we do. Legal Crime Radio. Thank y'all for rocking. Let's get back into what we do. Let's go. Test the game out. One, looking at these people like they Oochie oochie, coochie boochie boochie. Style is so woo. Anyway. April the 1st. April Fools. You know what I mean? That's what it's too late now. I don't even know what but we set it off with Bone Thugs, so we all good. As long as we kept it on that, we keep that part of the game popping. I'ma holler at y'all Saturday. Like I said, I I guess Saturday when we set it off, I'll be like, yo, boom, holla at me, get at me. If not, it don't matter. I'ma still do, y'all know me. I'ma do what I do, make it happen. We gonna just have fun and enjoy life. Cause that's what we gotta do out here, enjoy life. And I'ma holla at y'all later. Look, and I ended on time. I think. Maybe. Anyway. 1 for the money. 2 for the show. Breathe. For the you heard all. Look at that. Boy, that's when you know everything. It's good when you can hear brothers breathe. When they ain't breathing, start to beat. There's a problem. But now, I gotta get it back into it. 1, 2, 3. They say you only live once. That is a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.